Okay, so first off, right off the bat, you're like, wow, okay, so I just got this game for the first time, or I've been playing it for months, and I don't know shit about this game. Like, I've been trying to hit people and block and kick and block and kick, and I can't do it. Like, I can't win. Everybody just seems to be fucking shitting on me. Well, guess what? I'm here to tell you that you don't need to block I mean, you don't need to kick or punch, okay? You do need to block. You just you need to butt yourself into as many fights as possible, okay? Don't go starting fights. Make sure that they're on low health before you even fight. And if you have anything to toss, you should toss it, but as quickly as possible. That way, you get up onto the leaderboard as fast as possible. So you'll see me doing that, and I get a few quad feeds, if you will. Um, so yeah, you want to butt into as many fights as possible. Don't go starting fights on your own. Okay, I know the name of the game is Chivalry, and it's all about like honor and shit, and like being a knight, but you don't need to do any of that shit. Okay, this is a modern game. This is a modern fucking like a sweaty ass game. Okay, so you're not bound by any rules or honor. What that means is you need to take every advantage as possible in order to win. If that means playing like a fucking total asshole, then so be it. Personally, I find my class to be either knight or footman, and I find both of them pretty preferable. Actually, I don't ever play with long weapons like the claymore, or ranged weapons like the bow or the crossbow. I don't do any of that shit. If some people like to toss spears. Nah, man, that ain't it. Okay, you gotta you gotta get in there. I mean, that's not to say it's not viable with the longer weapon like a spear or a halberd or just something longer. I just prefer swords and shields. No, okay. Everybody's different, right? You might be able to do it, but for me personally, I don't see the point of having to use a shield. I'm just fine blocking with my sword. I'm able to feint. I'm able to fucking. That's another thing. You should be feigning, okay? Every now and then, don't let your enemies get used to a rhythm. If they know you're gonna swing left and then swing right and then swing left, they'll be able to anticipate what you're doing. Every once in a while, maybe jump or crouch, or do a 180 or some shit. Okay, keep your enemies on their toes. That way they don't know what to expect from you. I'll be in the middle of a fight with someone one on one. I'll jump back and then I'll toss a knife at them, just to they don't expect it. They expect actual chivalrous like 1-to-1 hand combat, not me tossing shit directly in their face. So that's another way to get their health down. And since this is a free for all, if there's distractions, it'll happen. It happens to everyone. If someone just comes up behind them, take advantage of it. Let them hit them, and then if they keep fighting each other and they get to low health, guess what? You can come back in. You can swoop back in, hit both of them, and get those 2 kills. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you get the kills. It matters that you're getting the kills. Okay, that's what you need, and you need to get it any means possible. Now, I've been playing this game for about, I don't know, maybe a few months now. I think I've got a few weeks of playtime. I'm rank 50. I've been playing 64 v 64, 40 v 40. They're both good matches, but every now and again, you get tired of the same bullshit, and you're like, hey, you know what? Let's do some 3v3s. I've done a couple 1v3s in my time. It's not easy, but if you know your enemies and you know their patterns and you know how they play, sometimes it'll just be beyond you. Like if you have over rank 100 or rank 1000 in your lobby, then you're automatically fucked. Okay, you gotta admit defeat there. You gotta throw in the towel at some point. I don't know how these people are getting these fucking levels. I see so many of them, and then I just see 90% of other players having underneath 100, myself included, right? I don't know how the fuck they got that high in the first place. Anyway, now that I think about it, perhaps an archer would be a pretty valid strategy, because you'll just be picking off people from a distance. That way, you don't even have to get involved, but people might see you and automatically go for you, so your mileage may vary on that. Again, it could be one of the better things to do, it could be one of the worst things to do. Not to mention, again, it probably has to do with your lobby, who's in your lobby. If you're in a lobby full of sweats, then that's not going to help things, okay? If you have 10 level 1000s running after you every time you fucking spawn, you're not going to get anywhere, let's be honest. but if it's balanced, you know, everything's okay. You know, even if you want to try like a community server, I've done those every once in a while. Those are pretty good too, but those actually do have like an honor system. If you butt in on someone's matches there, they will kick you. So you cannot play it like official Chivalry, so don't do that. You might need actual skill or talent there, but if you just follow what I've said here 90% of the way, instead of being a dick, then you'll be good, you know? Anyway, I've got loads of reference material here for you. I played a few free-for-all matches. Not all of them were fair, but I will show you the one I did the best in, and, well, potentially got the luckiest in. I just went with a pretty standard sword as my primary, and the secondary was a mace. So I had maybe, I think, 4 knives that I come with every time I spawn. Now there's that one class that I think allows you to have 6, but you can only have 1 primary weapon with those knives. So you really have to weigh and say, hey, you know what should I do here? You know, should I keep these 2 separate play styles? You know, be able to switch my enemies up. You know, give them something they're not going to expect, or should I stick to this one weapon? It all depends on how confident you are as a Chivalry player, how long you've been playing the game, how, you know, again, how confident you feel your play styles. If you're more defensive or offensive, everything comes into play here. To go back to the whole spear thing, there was this level 1000 guy I was seeing. He had like fucking 3 or 4 spears or some shit. He was just chucking them at everyone. They do a good bit of damage. If you want to play like that, you can. I definitely wouldn't suggest it. He was jumping around doing circles and shit. Like that's some sweaty shit. Okay, at least with my play style, I at least retain some dignity in the end. Okay, that shit is not dignity. All right, that punching, that kicking shit, that is not anywhere near fucking playing this game. Like, come on, dude. They punch, then they hit, then they kick, then they hit. Like, come on, dude. I'm a little better than that. All right. I know. If they put it in, it's in the game for a reason. So if they put it in the game, why wouldn't you use it? Yeah, but still, it doesn't mean you have to be a complete asshole. Okay. You should be able to win and feel good about it, right? Anyway, stick around. Maybe I'll throw out some more Chivalry tips for you if you want to. Keep dominating those leaderboards, you know. Maybe I'll throw out something here in the near future, maybe not, you know. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, until next time.